It's on again, it's electricity, power management, and more. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is multi-skill electrician. Okay, so today I'm talking about how to become an effective electrician or an artisan in general. Excuse me, but I'm going to tackle, or I'm going to specifically talk about electricians because I work in this specific field and I'm well experienced and knowledgeable in this field. Okay, so the first thing is to become an expertise or to become a very profitable electrician. You need to go through something like basic school education. Then after basic school education, you may choose a technical school or a vocational school. So for my case, I chose, or I went on the direction of a vocational school. So, and also from vocational school, excuse me, there's one more thing, that is apprenticeship training. Okay, so when you come to Ghana now, most of the youth, they think apprenticeship training is not important, but even in advanced countries, I can cite the United Kingdom, UK, and the United States of America, USA. These places, they don't joke with apprenticeship training, being it an electrician, plumbing, painting, carpentry, etc. All these trades requires you that even if you've gone through college, you will still go through apprenticeship training. I personally follow someone on YouTube, or I know someone who went through college in the US of A, but still he has gone through apprenticeship training and now he's into handyman business. So basically, when you are through with a technical vocational school, you also go into apprenticeship training, and this apprenticeship training is one of the key things in your career because the apprenticeship training comes with a certificate and also a testimonial. So when you are a forklift operator or an excavator operator, most of the time when companies are employing you, they will require, or they will demand, or they will request, or let me put it this way, the requirement will be based on your testimonial or your apprenticeship training certificate. So you don't joke with these areas. Okay, so maybe you've come out of technical school or vocational school. Yes, you need to go into apprenticeship training, because when I came out of vocational school, I didn't know anything. I know some basic theory knowledge in electrical. I did general electrical in vocational school, so I knew about basic the normal theory stuff that they taught me. So I didn't know anything about electrical. So going into the apprenticeship training actually helped me to learn so much more about the trade, and also to apply the basic or the theory knowledge that I have acquired at that time. So yes, you've been to the technical school or vocational school, but there's apprenticeship training, because if you don't go through apprenticeship training, how are you going to get the experience or the practical skills? You won't be able to do that, because you can't just use your technical or vocational school, or even if it's a technical university, you can't practice. You can't. I have a couple of friends. He completed what now we call technical universities. Used to be polytechnic, yeah. So he went through polytechnic education. He did electrical electronics engineering, but when he came out, he has to go into apprenticeship training because he couldn't practice the electrical field with his theory knowledge from the technical university. So I've talked about your basic education requirements and also the technical or vocational school, and the third thing is apprenticeship training. And so one of the things I also commend if you want to become expert and you want to become a profitable electrician or an artisan is you will use YouTube to your advantage. Yes, in Ghana, let me put it this way, electrical, these kinds of theory knowledge in Ghana is very limited. So I have a professor. There are so many electrical engineers and also people who are into professors in physics, education and stuff like that on YouTube and Quora.com. I normally use Quora.com for my learning and also YouTube for my learning. I follow some electrical professors there, and the kind of information and knowledge you acquire from these places is very massive or it's very huge. So I also make use of these places. So let me tell you a bit of a very short story. So I used to work for this company. We were a couple of guys, and so just a moment, okay. And so one time we had the company had a job in Savannah region and also one in the northeast region. Yeah, so it was a bit of big contract because it has to do with a very huge religious institution, and they were putting up the churches and also mission houses. So my former company had this job, and so I was assigned to this delegation to the northern region and also to Savannah region. So if I were not capable of handling those jobs as an employee in a company, I wouldn't be assigned to that. So that is why your theory knowledge is very important, as well as your practical knowledge. Well, yeah, it's true. Your theory knowledge is, let's say, 30 to 40%, and your practical knowledge is 60 to, let's say, 60%, 50 to 60%. So I think that the theory knowledge is not very needed or it's not very important, but I will tell you it's very important because there are stuff that when you even have the practical knowledge, when you don't have the theory knowledge, how are you going to apply or how are you going to put the pieces together? And so, like I said, you can make use of YouTube and Quora.com for your advantage or to your advantage, and it's going to help you, and it's going to set you apart in such a way that in a company, even if you are an employee in a company, you'll be desired, you'll be sought after, because when it comes to experience, they will know that, or they will be much aware that you are the right person when it comes to good and quality jobs. Yeah. So in my final notes, I'm going to inform you that basic education is very important, technical vocational education is important, and also apprenticeship training is most or more important. Okay, the reason is in our field in electrical, I don't know about other places, but in our electrical field, you are going to learn about symbols. There are some appliances or apparatuses that you'll be installing or you'll be working on, that there are some kind of symbols and stuff that you need to know these things, and these things are taught in school, or probably yes, you can make use of YouTube or Quora, but most importantly, or the first hand place to get them is let's say in school. Because if you are not educated, how will you be able to use the internet to access this information or knowledge? Okay, and finally, you have to learn to be disciplined. You have to learn to be ethical in your conduct. These things are learned with common sense. You don't need a teacher to tell you to be ethical. You don't need a lecturer or any professor to tell you to be ethical in your dealings, or to be reasonable in your dealings. So this is one of the most important things in your life. With all the skills, with all the knowledge, with all the experience in your specific trade or field of work, without good ethical skills, you'll be left out, and the world is moving so fast. We need people who are serious, and people who are actually know what they are doing, not jokers. We don't need jokers. So that's my final word, and yeah.